Alright, so this is our end of unit study guide. Remember, our study guide looks remarkably like the test, so please make sure that you're trying your best and you're using the video the best you can. Alright, so if I look at question number 1, it says a 5-pound bag of apples costs $7.50. An 8-pound bag of the same type of apples costs $8.50. Greg found the unit price. So that means for 1, which is the constant of proportionality between the cost and weight for each bag of apples. What is the difference in the unit price? So we're going to do $7.50 divided by 5. So in my calculator, I'm going to put $7.50 divided by 5, and I get $1.50 for 1. So then I'm going to do the 8 pounds, so $10.50 divided by 8. So $8.50, no, sorry, $10.50 divided by 8. I get, now it's money, so it's $1.31 per pound. So what's the difference in the unit prices? I have to subtract them. And I get 19 cents per pound. This table shows the relationship between x and y. Write an equation that models the relationship. So remember, you have to find your constant of proportionality. So that's when x is 1. So I'm dividing by 3. Divide by 3. So 85 divided by 3. I get 28 1/3. So if I was going to write an equation that represents it, it would be 28 1/3 x equals y. So I would be multiplying everything by 28 times the x column, and it's going to equal my y column. Mr. Kelly pays $13,555 a year for rent. His rent is the constant amount each month. Which equation represents the amount he pays per month if M equals months and C equals the total amount of rent he paid for the year? So I have to find my constant of proportionality. So I have to take 13,555 and divide by 12 to find out what it would be for 1 month. So with my calculator, I'm going to do $13,555 divided by 12, and I get $1,129.58. So I know that the total cost is going to be equal to $1,129.58 times the number of months. Alright, which object is traveling further? Alright, so I know that I want to find one where I can look at my relationship between the distance and the time. So I know that for that one it would be 10 feet in 15 seconds, or 15 minutes, I'm sorry. And I know that it's minutes because it says it right there. So then I'm looking for another place. There we go. So this one goes 30 feet in 20 minutes. So I want to figure out which object is traveling further. Okay, so I'm going to divide 30 by 20. And I get 1.5 feet in a minute. And then I'm going to do 10 divided by 15. And I get 0.67 feet in 1 minute. So I know that object 1 is traveling further. How much further per minute does object 1 travel? So 1.5 minus 0.66666. So it goes 8/3 of a foot further per minute, or you might say 5/6 of a foot further. Okay, the equation y equals 6.75x models the cost in dollars to purchase X pounds of steak at grocery store 1. Grocery store 2 sells 4 pounds of steak for $19.99. Which store sells steak for less per pound? Okay, well, we know store 1 is $6.75. We know that store 2 would be $19.99 divided by 4. I get $5. So who sells it for less? Store 2. So $6.75 minus $5. I get $1.75. Question number 6. Draw a graph of a proportional relationship. So proportional relationship has to be a straight line through the origin. Okay. So then it says this graph shows the cost in dollars C of W pounds of blueberries, a proportional relationship. What does the 0.61615 represent on this graph? So it represents 6 pounds of blueberries for $16.50. How much does it cost for 1 pound of blueberries? So I'm going to do $16.50 divided by 6. And I get $2.75. So my constant of proportionality would be $2.75. So then it says Andre rode his bike at a constant speed. He rode 2 miles in 7 minutes. Write an equation that represents the amount of time in minutes it takes him to ride a distance d miles. Okay, so I know the total distance is going to be equal the number of minutes he bikes, right? So I know that because when I read it, it says 2 miles in 7 minutes. So that tells me that I want to figure out what it would be in how fast he can go 1 mile. So I'm going to do 2 divided by 7. And I get this crazy number. So I'm going to just put 2/7 in for my rate. If I wanted to draw it out in a table, I could also do that. So I could have my distance and my time. And I could say I want to figure out what it is for 1. I did that upside down. So in 1, oh goodness. So in 1 mile is in 3.5 minutes. So I would do the time times the distance. And that would give me the total time. So I would switch these around. If I wanted to do it the other way, I could go distance equals 2/7 times the amount of time. So either equation would have been correct. Based on the graph, who makes the most money in the fewest number of hours? Okay, so I know that the amount of time worked is that way, and I know the amount of money earned is this way. So I'm going to have to kind of do some judgment here. So in the fewest number of hours, if I just go straight up, I know Jada worked the fewest amount of hours and earned the same amount as Diego and Lynn. So Lynn makes the least amount. Diego's at the middle. And Jada makes the most per hour. Okay, so who worked the most hours for the least amount of money would have been Lynn. And who worked the fewest who made the most money, it would have been Jada. All right, Dwayne purchased 5 packs of sodas for a total of $21.40. If X represents the number of packs of soda purchased and Y represents the total cost, write an equation. So the total cost is going to be, I got to figure out my unit rate. So $21.40 divided by 5. $4.28. So it'll be $4.28 per pack of soda. All right, if you need help, you need to do the extra practice on Khan Academy. There's not a Mr. Morgan video for this lesson specifically, so Mr. Morgan's not going to be a whole lot of help here. You can email a study buddy or set up an appointment today because tomorrow is test day. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day.